next. Or rather, that's that episode, and we are now in episode 5. Was it? Just skip this again. No save. The only securities you needed are really in the beginning of the run, because the crit now doesn't game over you. You basically have it way easier than before. So in this episode we are starting by setting Lahal up here, and he has to braveheart himself. Next we are putting this guy there, and we are setting one level 1 brawler, or whichever brawler is fastest to take, just set him up there. We are going to use Jack Rush down there, and Overlord's Wrath into this group. And then we are just going to end our turn. In the best case, everything dies. Worst case, something could be capable of surviving. Now, before we are attacking, we need to braveheart Lahal, and afterwards we just Overlord's Wrath into this group of enemies, and they should die. And that's this stage. Now we heal again, because we are now again going to have to capture an enemy. And how we are going to do it is by using Etna and Lahal. So here the diagonal throw is very crucial, but you can't fail it, because you are going to throw it from below. You have just press up and afterwards just press X, and the setup works every time. There's no risk for it, and it's a very simple and easy trick. So now we just set up everything again. This guy, we need to diagonal throw into him, and obviously we can't let a buff enemy stand like that, so we are going to pick him up. We are needing to set the higher level pumpkin up there, or lower level pumpkin down here. Now what I'm doing is just for good measure. You don't have to do it, or rather most of the time you won't even be capable of doing it. What I'm doing is just giving the second pumpkin some equipment to make it easier for the capture, because the capture mechanics calculates the health points of all characters still in the base, with all character, or rather, they beat each other up inside there. So next we want to use a Jack Rush on these two for the kill. We are going to use Lahal to throw this guy into him. You have to do this in this order, otherwise the level won't be right. Now we have a level 90 puck, which is exactly what we need and wanted. Now just set up again and end our turn. So what's crucial now is that Lahal won't be able to reach down there, so you braveheart Lahal himself. Next you braveheart with this attack again, and now you want to check how much damage you do. This guy has 1000 health points left, you want to have him as low as possible. So Jackknife and Jackpot do the deal, 450 and 255, so that means I can only attack with this guy in the next turn, otherwise I risk to kill the Puck. That's the enemy name. So we are going to braveheart these two. Bam. We need to go this way. We are going to drag the Ripper in, and afterwards I'm going to use this Braveheart. Alright, so you aren't allowed to kill this guy. If you kill him, just reset the stage until you, let's say, have a comfortable way of doing each pattern and don't mess up. So now again, we need to Braveheart. Now we send each. I can't be serious. Oh. That's something really stupid. Usually I would be capable of just letting them walk into the base panel, but I had a bad placement, so I need to throw them into the base panel. And now this guy should be captured. He has low enough health points. And that's what can happen. And that's 5 minutes lost, unfortunately, so we just have to redo the entire thing. And there's nothing you can do about this. Sometimes enemies just break out and you fail the capture. I'm glad that happened at least once, so there's an example. I could have killed that Puck, but the problem is we need him to be captured because we won't level any character the regular way. Everything is captures, and this time I'm going to give this guy the level ring. As I said, you don't have to, it's just an extra security measure, because how captures work is it's based on the highest level member getting this attack boosted by 20%. So here we go again. Alright, you have to jack rush these two first before you set Lahal up and throw that guy over into that puck. Otherwise you can't use the skill, because that yellow space on the attack range indicator is basically how far it can go. Airport, back to Ripper. Don't end turn. Wait for 500 and 140. Ah. Going to back to Ripper this guy. You have just to get a feel about how much damage you are going to do with the skills. In this case it was a good pattern. He's again very low on health. I'm going to just pick him up. I'm going to set this guy here. This is third turn. 1, 2, how much health does he 21, whatever. Stay inside. It's worse than Pokemon. Hey! Now skip this dialogue and back to the hospital. We are going to revive him. Yes, getting the rewards. Now, what we want to do is the first thing, just get rid of his equipment, because we are later on adding it to the other guy. So here, basically the diagonal throw is very crucial. You want to create a Nekomata, and for that you have to throw enemies into the Nekomata first to make her the highest level, and then you can just throw the Nekomata into everything you want. So that's it. You should be able to reach there and turn. Okay. Now just throw her there, throw her there, and turn. Set up everything here, and turn. What you want to happen here is that the Nekomata uses the skill, because how skills work is, or rather how captures work is that the lower mana she has, better it is for you yourself. And because I'm almost done with the preparations, everything is set up, and here we go. So now we want Lahal to be on this position, this guy on that position, we want the level 61 pumpkin up there, and we will need to reposition the red mage later, because she's not capable of moving the same distance as the other guys. So now we just end the turn and continue. First of all, we need to set everything up by going this guy here. Now go there, this guy there. Alright, so this red symbol makes everything invulnerable, so there is no matter what attacks are coming, they don't take any damage at all. And that's why you just are going to pick it up, break up these guys, 400 and 300. I think I can attack with move again without an issue, but I'm not allowed to Braveheart again, because if I Braveheart and attack, I risk killing the Nekomata, so I'm just going to attack her like this. Perfect. Now I just need to Braveheart again. This is the second turn I'm Bravehearting. Now 1, 2, okay. And in the next turn, after the Braveheart, I can try the capture. For that I'm going to move the pumpkin up there, lift the Nekomata, move the pumpkin there, so I can Braveheart all 3 of these guys. Now I'm moving the everything back into the base, using Edna to throw Lahal into the base, and now again as diagonal throw, I'm throwing the Nekomata into the base, and perfect. The capture succeeded, and I'm just going to have to send all the equipment now to the Nekomata. I'm going to intentionally give her the... Oh. The Bad Parasol, just the Endeavor belt and the Dark Rosary. Not the Devil Ring, because otherwise the treatment is going to cost way more. Now, until I need to capture again, I won't give her any extra equipment or such a thing. Now, we need to use Edna for even being able to throw her that enemy up there. Now, it's the best to use 2 level 1 units for this, because otherwise it could happen that the enemies aren't going to be in the pattern we want to. So we just we are going to Braveheart the Nekomata. Now we pick up the Nekomata and throw her up here and use a Mystic Blast and end our turn. And unfortunately that guy up there survived for whatever reason, so it's no problem, we can just finish it still in this turn. If the RNG doesn't work out or something like that, you can just have to and that's it for this episode.